Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson and I'm back today with another 8 trades. Today's date is June the 18th and I am using my new power trigger system. Now I threw in one futures instrument to trade gold. I love trading gold and oil as they produce a lot of ticks on a daily basis. I've been trading gold a little bit more lately as I've had several traders asking me if I can do some gold and oil trades. So it's not a big deal. Anything that your platform offers you, my power trigger system works great trading it. Now before I get into the trades, I would like to inform you that all trading systems will work less than 50% of the time. And that includes all my trigger systems. Now it took me 8 years and over 700 trading systems to learn that. To get that up to 80 or 90% success rate, you will have to learn how to trade the flow of the market, which is what I teach. You will also have to learn trade management and money management. To be successful in trading, all you need is a lot of chart time, a lot of demo trading, and a lot of education. I provide the education. You must buy this education and then do the homework, or you will fail at trading. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. This will encourage me to do more of these videos. If you leave your name and email address, I'll put your on my email list for free weekly trading tips. Now I would also like to point out you have to get in the habit of doing more than one trade at a time. Try to do 2 or 3 or more. It's very difficult at the beginning, but that's why you have a demo account. Practice putting in 5 to 10 trades and then practice managing it. And don't worry about winning or losing right at the beginning, of course. And just get into the habit and getting used to doing more than one trade. I generally, as a rule, try to put in between 5 and 10 trades and then just manage them. Today, as I said, I did 8 trades, and now we can get into those trades. Euro CAD, let's see where I got in at. Some of them were a great way to trade. I look for that every day, but many times between 6 and 8 in the morning or thereabouts, it doesn't quite line up as this one right here. So as I teach within the training videos, from the top to the goal line, that's a pullback. And then I also teach not only trading pullbacks, how to trade around the moving averages, specifically the goal line. And then of course, once it breaks through and keeps going down, I call that a reversal. There's many ways to trade, and the more ways that you learn, the more pips you'll be making, and that will get you going in the right direction to becoming a successful trader. Took all my trades, as you can see, well, not all of them, but a lot of them, around 8 and 6:20, and I try to trade from the beginning of the blue box between 6 and 8. This is 8:15 in the morning. I pulled the trigger, went against me 3 pips, and I closed it out for no particular reason other than I was happy with the totals down at the bottom, and of course it was hitting this area of support. So I closed it out with 13 pips, and 13 pips on the Euro CAD paid $1,049. Okay, moving on to the next trade, dollar CAD. Let's see where I got in at. Right here at this cursor, my stop was just at the swing low down here, never even came close to it, and from there it shot straight up. Now I should have got out up here, and I had another chance to close out up the top, But I was looking at the bottom and I was happy with the total, so I closed the trade. Looks like I ended up with 13 pips on this trade and 13 pips on the dollar. CAD paid $1,049. Okay, let's move on to the next pair, the Euro New Zealand. Let's see where I got in at. This is another trade setup like the previous one. I call it a great way to trade. That's using the moving averages and the indicators down at the bottom. Took the trade here. It did do a slight pullback, but I knew it wouldn't go much further than the goal line, so I took the trade. Now it did go against me, looks like around 20 pips, and I closed it out here as it was hitting this top up here. Looks like I got 25 pips, and 25 pips on the Euro New Zealand paid $1,739. Now if you're the type of trader who likes to hang on to trades for more pips, I did a couple of training videos on, it's called how to stay in the trade for more pips. And I still don't have a signal down here at the bottom to close out the trade. But my goal, trading goal every day, is to get at least 100 pips or more. And today, by taking a quick look down here, to me, I think this is going to be well over 150, probably closer to 200 pips. And don't forget, on the gold trade, they're not called pips, they're called ticks. So moving on to the pound New Zealand. Let's run a check on that. Now this did not qualify for a great way to trade, but I traded as such, how to trade around the goal line. So took the trade at this cursor. Did go against me 15 pips, not a big deal. And I was hoping to get to the top up here where this ADR line is, but I closed it out at this point, being happy with 28 pips, and 28 pips on the pound New Zealand trade paid $1,946. Okay, moving on to the next trade, the pound Aussie. Let's drag and drop this up, see where I got in at. Another one, just like the previous trade, traded it like I teach in the training videos, how to trade around the goal line. Took the trade at this point. It did go against me 2 pips, not a big deal. Didn't quite see it at this point, or else I would have considered closing it. But I closed it out at this point. Looks like 26 pips, and 26 pips on the pound Aussie paid $1,951. Okay, moving on to the next pair, pound yen. Love trading the pound yen. Produces a lot of pips every day. Drag and drop it up. Now this did qualify for a great way to trade, and the signal was actually back here, but I was only getting out of bed at this point in time, and when I did finally see it, everything was looking great for selling, and I was trying to get down to the bottom, but it wouldn't quite make it. So when it stopped going down and bouncing around, I just decided to close out the trade with 23 pips, and 23 pips on the pound yen paid $2,086. Let's move on to the next trade, Euro Aussie. Drag and drop it up. This is another perfect, very good looking chart example of a great way to trade. I knew it was going to go up with at least a 95% certainty. And when you can have a high percentage of certainty, there's nothing that's 100%, because this could have just as easily tanked, at which point you would have to close the trade. But there was too many things. And by the way, I also teach how to properly drill down the lights, that's what I call it, from the higher time frames. And then once you got the higher time frame trend direction, then you just take the trade. Quite simple. Trading is not difficult unless you make it difficult. Took the trade here, did go against me, looks like about 8 pips. And when it hit the top, looks like I got the timing pretty close to closing the trade. Closed out with 31 pips, and 31 pips on the Euro Aussie paid $2,327. Moving on to the last trade. Gold, as I mentioned earlier. I look at gold and oil every day, and if it looks like a nice setup, then I just take the trade. So when I saw this big red candle, I knew I was going to get some ticks, and all you got to do is figure out where it's going to, which is what I teach. Generally, as a rule, it's around support areas. It can still go down a little bit more, and that still would pay quite a bit. But I closed it out as I was very happy with the totals. Pulled the trigger, as a matter of fact, as it was going down. Took the trade there, and I ended up closing it. Now, just in case you don't know, both Forex and futures has points. So that is 5 points. Or you could call it 50 ticks. You can see right there, 509. So that's 50 ticks or 5 points, and those 50 ticks on gold paid out $5,090. So today was a great day of trading and a great way to end the week of trading. I usually aim for at least 100 pips, and it looks like today I ended up with 209 pips. And of course, remember, gold is ticks, so that came to 209, and those 209 pips and ticks paid out $17,240. So if your system is not producing like my Power Trigger system on a daily basis, I suggest you get your hands on it. And to do so, all you have to do is look right below this video, and you'll see this write up. My Power Trigger system, I do charge $250 for it. I teach how to trade the flow of the market. If you don't learn this, you'll never succeed. Keep that in mind. My Power Trigger system comes with 4 gigabytes of training, and you'll get an exact copy of my system on your MT4 platform. Now it comes with 5 MT4 templates, 10 custom indicators, and of course my favorite meter. Now I threw in a lot of PDF books, a lot of Word documents, and 9 bonus videos. As I mentioned earlier, you're going to need a lot of education. And this is only 1/10 or less than 1% of what I actually have on my computer. I have a lot more of training and education on my computer, as I spent over $70,000 on education. Remember, you're going to need a lot of education if you wish to succeed. So let's move along. Now there's a lot of ways to trade the markets. I teach a lot of different ways. That's why there's 42 training videos. And of course, the number one and the way that I love trading, and I look for it every day, I call it a great way to trade. Now I'm not going to go through all of these as we're running short of time. Please put the video on pause and read it, all the different ways here. And of course, if you have any questions, quite simple, pick up the phone and call me. Here's my number. And if you live too far, just send me an email. Remember, there's an underscore right here. Now I really do prefer Skype. All you got to do is click on this link, and we will have a Skype connection, and through Skype screen sharing, I'll give you a free session, answer your questions, and give you some tips and tricks. And remember, that is there's no obligation. So, moving right along, if you click on this link right here, you will see 32 screenshots of all the different trigger systems I've been building over the years. So that just about wraps up this video, and I'll repeat it one more time. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So, Until the next trade, good luck with your trading. And remember to keep yourself and your family safe. Okay? Bye for now.